to tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted all I want. I toasted I got life. I toasted the lovers. I toast to you and I. I toasted all I want. To you and I. To you and I. I'm on the edge. Feels like I've been walking on ice. Wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. Hundred time we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted all I want. I toasted I got life. I toasted the lovers. I toast to you and I. I toasted all I want. To you and I. To you and I. I feel the party coming on, and I know you'll come along when you hear it in your ear. Yeah, I know you're feeling the way we're moving. Nothing can stop it. We gon' let off it. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted all I want. I toasted I got life. I toasted the lovers. I toast to you.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to The Morning Toast. We are Claudia, and Jackie. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be more respectful, put your name first, or be more selfless, put my name first.
Who are you introducing us to? Do we have so many new viewers today?
I never know whether to act like a million new people are watching. You know what I mean? Like, the show's growing, man. It's not my fault.
There are some benchmark days, and I feel like every once in a while we sort of do
Friday was a benchmark day.
Yeah, but we also do like a little starter kid sometimes when we feel as though we've been grown.
Yeah, so when I see my name climbing the charts, I want to introduce myself to the new toasters who maybe haven't felt seen by me in like a month.
That's true. Hey guys, I'm Jackie. You can follow me on Instagram.
How's everyone going? How was everyone's day? Margot got verified on Instagram this morning.
The Snatchler, she is just snatching
No, not the
up.
Snatchler, Margot Oshry. That's confusing.
Margot Oshry, but she is the Snatchler, and she is snatching up all the verifications.
Do you think that's what sent like the Instagram verification team over the edge?
I think that it just made me more legit because I put it in my bio.
No, like you have like a number 2 show on iTunes. Like, who are they to not be verifying you?
Right. It took them enough time.
You're so influential. You're selling eye masks.
We're so proud of you.
We're so proud of you.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats.
It was very exciting. I had no idea.
Do you feel any different?
No.
Really?
That's like everything with Instagram. It's like you hit 1 million followers, and like that's someone's dream, and it's like, but I still suck. You know?
Right, like I'm still a huge
I'm still
loser.
worthless, and nobody cares about me. But at least I have 1 million followers.
I'm still a huge fucking loser.
Yeah, that's precisely how I feel.
Well, it's an honor to be back here, just hanging out with you guys again. I watched so much TV yesterday. I can't even function because I haven't spoken to a human being in about 12 hours.
I actually enjoyed how we did The Bachelor. Like, I watched it 4 hours last night, but because of their fake cliffhangers, like, it's annoying to watch it Monday night and Tuesday night, because then I'm like, oh, I wonder what happens with Clay and Nicole.
Can I just say, watching it on Hulu was such a premium experience because they cut out the coming up later tonight. Like, it's so annoying.
So the episodes are only 30 minutes?
Right, no, it's like so much stuff cut out that it makes it super great. So I watched 4 episodes of The Bachelor and I watched 5 episodes of 13 Reasons Why, and I finished the season. I won't spoil it. But what a fucking stupid ending. That's all I'll say. Those kids are idiots and they're dangerous and something bad's gonna happen and it's gonna be Clay Jensen's fucking fault because he's an idiot.
Is it the final season?
I think next season is the final season. If they ended it like this, I would the show is fucking trash. Like, I can't believe that I spent 13 hours of my life watching these fucking morons just run around town being idiots. That's what they should call it. 13 hours of Clay Jensen convincing people to be idiots.
13 hours why you shouldn't watch.
Yeah, it's 13 reasons why you should literally stay as far away from this trash show as possible.
Totally.
So you enjoyed it?
Wait, speaking
Pretty
of
much.
shows that are overextending on their expiration date, Younger, I actually had a theory as to how it's going to end. It
Okay,
came
wait.
to me
If you're
it's-
going to talk about it, let me just put on some music.
No, it's not a spoiler because I don't know anything, but I was
Okay.
just thinking about a nice way for them to wrap it up. Like, you know,
I think a nice way for them to wrap it up would be if Liza just dies.
no, this is what's going to happen. It came to me during Soul Cycle. This is what's going to happen. She is going to write a book about her experience being younger because she's such a great editor. She loves the art of the written
And
word.
she has an interesting story.
And she has an interesting story. So, like, Charles will go back to publishing. She'll be a big-time magazine writer. And, you know, then they all work together. And then she has this whole new life. But she gets to be 40, whatever.
And then she leaves the sinking ship of the publishing house so they can finally move on with their lives. Like, she's bringing down this multi-billion-dollar business. It's so frustrating to watch. And everyone there, like, the only normal person there is Zayn. He was like, let her go. She fucking lied to us.
When did he say that?
Oh, did you finish the season?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't. Thank you. Also,
He's just the only one with a head on his shoulder. She's like, why do we keep this bitch around? She's dragging us down.
yeah, like she's dragging Kelsey down. But then she also is the one who has like all the good ideas. And
No,
is a
she's not, though.
And is a millennial.
She's not. I'm sorry, she's not the only one with good ideas. Kelsey is incredibly good at her job.
Are you fucking? Kelsey is the worst at her job.
No, you'll see, Jackie.
Kelsey is the worst at it. Just waiting always for someone to swoop in and save the day.
No, you'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna keep watching, even though it's so bad and,
It's
and
so
crazy.
bad. They're just hanging on to like the premise of what the show started as, which is like, she's younger, but she's older. And it's like, we don't care anymore. Like, just make the show about these girls who live in New York, not having to always cling to like the lie.
No, and then when she went to that retreat and she starts going between Josh and Charles again, it's like, no, we're not going back here.
No, also,
we've
like,
made our bed. Now we're gonna lay
tango?
in it, and it's in a townhouse uptown.
Oh my God. The fact that she's even thinking about going back to that loser is frustrating.
No, and the fact that Charles sleeps at her apartment makes no goddamn sense. Like, first of all, like, he has a nicer place. He doesn't have a roommate.
Right.
And, like, she works in the city. So, logistically, it makes no fucking sense.
It makes no fucking sense. And also, Charles deserves better than that loft in Brooklyn, okay?
He does. Also,
He's
the
an
fa-
Upper East Side townhouse kind of guy, not a loft in Brooklyn kind of guy.
The fact that Kelsey is the CEO of a publishing house and lives with a roommate and a baby and another roommate, I think. I don't know, does she sleep on someone's floor? Like,
No, yeah. And
Get
we're
an
supposed to
apartment.
expect she's being honored at all these literary events when she's literally living on the floor.
she's the joke of the literary community. And it's
Totally.
like these two, Mercury and Millennial, like, that everyone's like fighting over. It's like, what about Simon Schuster?
No, that's what I just said to someone who was watching. They talk about like HarperCollins and Simon Schuster, which are real publishing houses. They talk about them in the show. Like it's not a fake publishing world. They like very much exist in the ecosystem of this business, and they refuse to even admit that like maybe one of these prestigious, most sought after authors is going to go to Simon and Schuster. No, they're always going to Mercury.
Right. Like, there's Simon Schuster. There's Penguin. There's Random House. Like, there are so many.
HarperCollins.
There are so many. And when Kelsey, like, was in Barbunia, fake Suffolk House, whatever, like, being an embarrassment.
Yep. Huge embarrassment. They're always like just fucking like taking their underwear off and spreading their dirty laundry all over everyone's business.
And what happened to her alopecia?
And justice for Diana. I actually like Diana. She's the only one with a good sense of business and a good one. She's the only one who wears normal clothes to the office.
Yeah, no, she's like the only character that's like developing in a real way that I can get behind, and she gets the best lines.
Yeah, and she's so firmly based in reality. Like everyone else just lives in a fucking fantasy world.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I love Diana.
So that's our review of Younger. We're done, Margot.
Oh, okay, sorry, that just like snuck up on us.
That
Yeah,
just-
no, I
and
felt it
also-
coming.
It snuck up on us, and then it really got away from us.
Yeah. Anyways, we also have to recap OC. We'll do that at the end of the show, and then we're taking all of our Bachelor thoughts and injecting them into the Snatcher,
Like,
And your toasters.
like a turkey baster.
thank you. I couldn't think. I'm like, what do you shove up a vagina? You know?
Yeah, a lot of things.
It's true.
It's true.
Very true.
A clove of garlic.
Oh, that was the most awful scene ever. Like, I can't.
No, but I just would like to understand the point of the scene.
And like Charles just like sniffing,
move the plot forward?
sniffing Maggie's vagina at dinner. Like, I can't.
I can't. I need to know the point of the scene. Did it move the plot forward?
Wait, did you
anyone
see the part yet when Maggie is painting her?
ceiling and she falls?
Yeah,
That was funny. I like Maggie too.
I love Debbie Mazur. She's like the best character. Does she ever leave her apartment? No, she like has Stockholm syndrome, and they're not talking about it. She's agoraphobic.
I agree.
Like
Relatable.
like she is honestly like one of the funniest and most interesting characters. Like I do wish she would leave her house sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what? I like her wherever she is.
Me too.
Also, we're doing Dear Toasters today, so I think because
should
of
get
all
started.
of that, I think it's time to deliver the fast five stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Is that fine? So apparently Lizzo played Instead of Our Crunch today.
Yeah,
which
I just
think
went back to listen to it because I like didn't know, and it did juice.
I think that's really apt.
Yeah.
Come again?
Like instead of the crunch, Lizzo started playing.
Honestly, that fucking works for me.
It works for me too. Okay, first story. Stormi Webster makes her red carpet debut alongside Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. Okay, the first family of the United States is snatching up the red carpets.
Because Travis Scott's Netflix film came out last night. I didn't watch it. I'm not like a huge Travis Scott fan. I kind of do want to watch it because people talk about him like he's like the second coming of Christ.
100%.
Like he's so talented, and Astroworld is such an experience. Take me back. So I want to see Kylie. So I do think I'm gonna watch it.
I think so too. The 1-year-old daughter of Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott attended her very first red carpet event last night, and it's safe to say it won't be the last. The adorable toddler was on hand to support her rapper dad at the premiere of his upcoming Netflix documentary, Travis Scott, Look Mom, I Can Fly. Dressed head to toe in camouflage and tiny white sneakers, Stormi posed for photos and looked understandably a bit scared in the arms of her world-famous mama. Okay, I just need to say, everything about these photos, like I can't, I shan't, and I went. Kylie looks incredible.
They're really turning into like the first family of not even like TV, because she's not really on TV anymore. Like they're the first family of like
Of culture.
of life,
They are.
of America.
I'm obsessed. I didn't even know how much I needed them to walk a red carpet with their daughter.
Yeah.
Until they did.
Or I didn't really know how much I needed them to walk a red carpet together, because the only red carpet in recent memory they did was the Grammys, where she wore that like pink jumpsuit that just like wasn't it for me. So this white ensemble is very much more it.
And the Met.
Yeah.
Did they walk together? Yeah.
That 1 year.
Who?
The
No,
Met.
she
Oh, the
walked.
Met.
She walked with Kendall this year.
Yes.
So no, I'm just thinking like in recent memory, the only time I can really think of them ever being out together on a red carpet is that Grammys moment where they showed up like literally the last people on the carpet, and her photos came in super late. Like the award ceremony had already started, and I didn't even like her outfit. So this is much more what I needed to get me through to the next red carpet.
Yeah, but she doesn't do very many.
No, like never, unless she's like promoting something.
Yeah, unless she's like getting paid, which I mean they're getting paid for this movie, so.
Do you think she's bored?
works.
Like she really doesn't do that much. Like no, I mean obviously she's like a huge business, but like all of her meetings are from home. Like, do you think she really ever like wants to see new people? She sees like the same 20 people.
I feel like when she gets bored, like she can do stuff like she'll rent out an amusement park, and then that's enough fun, you know, to
Right.
last you.
Also, I feel like when you're a mom, actually, you don't get bored.
Oh, for sure.
Like you're creating life. Like how boring could that be?
And like if she gets bored, she'll get another dog.
Right, or maybe make another child. Do you think she's gonna do that soon?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
be
feel like she's
surprised.
just like loving being a snatched mom. You know,
She's a snatchler.
she is the snatchadler mom.
Yeah, I agree. But I think she loves being a mom. And she gets getting snatched for her is so easy.
Yeah, because she's so young.
And also she just has those Jenner genes, like
Jenner
must be
jeans,
nice.
Yeah.
Do you think, I mean, I think in a lot of ways, Kylie and Travis have been like a mutually beneficial relationship for each other. Like obviously they had a child and like they like each other, but I think it definitely like cemented Kylie as like an older, like, I don't know. I just think him like settling down with her gave her respect, but then her settling down with him also gave him obviously like this
It's like a
huge
Kim and
platform.
Kanye.
Right, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. They're like a mini Kim and Kanye.
They really are. Also, he's such an upgrade from Tyga.
No, it's when I was just watching, oh my God, they were playing old episodes of Kardashians, and remember when they went to St. Bart's and they had like Courtney do that, it's like feel good photo shoot, and it was like so cringy. And then Kendall and Kylie were fighting the whole time because Kendall was upset that Kylie brought Tyga.
And Kendall was so in the wrong in that episode.
So
Did
in the
she ever
wrong.
stop complaining?
But then Tyga was just there with Chris, and he was talking about this tattoo he got of Kylie. Like, I can't believe that they were like so legit and strong for so long, and like he was like trash.
yeah.
Like he brought us Black China.
Yeah. Yeah, but then so did Rob.
No, but like they wouldn't have, actually, that's not true and not fair, because Kim was friends with Blac Chyna before.
Yeah, she was in the mix.
Yeah.
But
He was just like such a bad look for the family.
yeah, but I don't know, he was kind of good to Kylie, I feel.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying
he
in
like,
terms
was
of-
pretty loyal to her.
In terms of like optics, like he is not a real singer. Like I've never heard any of his songs. Like he is like low level, like wannabe rapper, and like Travis Scott is like single-handedly like creating music festivals. Like that is so much more the level Kylie needs to be on. But like when you're such a successful woman, you think like, do I need to like date down? No, Kylie found an equal.
Yes, she did now, but when she was dating Tyga, like she was still coming up too.
Yeah.
So it worked for the time. I'm sure she has no regrets. But this is her forever.
I really hope so. I really like. They're such a cute family.
These pictures, like, there's just something so royal about them.
Kylie, those shoes, like she literally looks like the first lady.
That pony, she looks like the first lady.
Can I see it?
No, I can't stop looking at it. I want to see like all the photos from the night because I only have seen 2. Because she doesn't take a bad photo.
Yo, their kid is so fucking cute.
I'm so obsessed.
How did the Kardashians like make it so that like all their grandkids are cute?
I don't know.
Like, what happens if there was like, and I've seen some ugly kids. Like, it's not all kids are beautiful. Sorry, but like, you know, what if one of them just came out? Like, how are all 4 of Kim's kids like so unbelievably beautiful? Like, I don't know who's the cutest. Like, I want to say Saint, but like also Chicago, and we'll see what happens to Sam.
Sam?
I think they call him Sam.
What is Sam?
His name
No, I
is
know, but I
Sam.
think they call him Sam.
You think? Oh, that
Yeah.
seems so off-brand.
Yeah, that's too normal.
Like Sammy, I think.
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
Did I just make that up? I don't know why I thought
don't
that was
know.
like 100% true.
Because you're probably hoping that it's true because it like
It like
it rolls
normalizes
off
the
the
name.
tongue. Psalm is,
It's hard, that L.
yeah.
It's like silent but not.
It's like balm.
Yeah. It's like Psalm is like 50% letters that don't exist, you know?
Yeah.
That's what's so hard about it, because it's the P, the L, kind of the
Psalm.
S. Psalm.
Totally.
So happy for Kylie. She's in such a good place in her life. This is just happy news all around.
Totally. Okay, next story. Ed Sheeran gives emotional goodbye as he announces 18-month break from music. This
Oh my
is
God,
so
I
interesting.
thought he was going to say Cheryl.
Oh no. This is interesting because we were just saying yesterday how he's always on tour and like live streaming his concerts in from award shows.
Always.
And now, after more than 250 performances on the road, Ed Sheeran may be headed back to the castle on the hill.
Sorry. Liz Hyde just made a great call. Nori's Black Book, the Instagram account, makes fun of the kid by calling him Sam. So I guess that's why I thought they called him Sam, because I think that account is real.
That's
Thank
funny.
you, Liz. I'm sorry.
Also, that account is sometimes endorsed by like Chloe.
Kanye posted, when Kanye had an Instagram for like a week and he went crazy, he screenshotted it and was like, this is funny.
Yeah, so I think that gives it legitimacy. On the final stop of his Divide tour earlier this week, the Grammy winner began thinking out loud and announced his break from music. As you may or may not know, I have been on the Divide tour for over 2 years now, and this is the last day of the whole thing, he told the crowd in England, according to The Sun. There is something very bittersweet about it. I love that you guys are here and we are ending in Ipswich, he continued. This is my last gig for probably 18 months. Honestly, so deserved.
And no, not even deserved. So good. Like, as we learned from the One Direction documentary, when your life is tour album, tour album, tour album, it is very toxic. And that's what Taylor Swift said on the Ryan Seacrest show yesterday. She said, I'm not even thinking about planning a tour for Lover because I cannot have my life be tour album. She said, I literally just took off my tights from the Reputation tour and I can't have my life be tour album, tour album, tour album. So as much as I would love my life to be tour album, tour album, tour album, I think for like megastars like Ed Sheeran, it's probably a good decision.
What's crazy though is I remember Ed Sheeran made this announcement a few years ago that he took some time off of music, and then he came back, and I guess time flies because he came back, he put out a banger album, he did 250 tour dates in 2 years, and like now here we are again, when it feels like he made that announcement a year ago.
No, it's like he just works. He just wants to live his life, but he works every few years to get his artistic juices flowing, also makes some good money, and then he stops working and goes he lives like a very normal life, small life in Ireland with his wife.
I feel like he really, appreciates work-life balance.
Yeah, and
he takes it seriously, which is something I know it's kind of a joke. It's something not enough artists do.
Agreed, Ariana Grande.
Yeah. I mean, in like the millennial culture, we're all about work-life balance, and no one is more balanced than me.
No, me too. I'm a little too balanced, but also it's only when you get to a level So all the part of the job of being famous and being a celebrity is having to continually work so that you don't become irrelevant.
Yeah.
So only people like Taylor Swift, like Ed Sheeran, can afford to take 18 months off and come back and be just as famous, if not more famous, as when they left.
Yeah, but
if BB Rexa stopped right now and didn't work for 18 months, we would it's just the way the machine works.
Yeah.
So they're only even Kim could not stop working. She could not stop working for 18 months. Like her whole brand is always being relevant.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, you have to have already enough money to take off 18 months and live at the level you want to live and
for
not
18 months.
Run out of money.
Except but also, when you're that famous,
you need to be a talented artist enough that whenever you come back, whatever you put out is going to be so good that people are going to love it.
It can hold them over.
Or even if she's irrelevant for 18 months and no one's talking about her and she's not making any money, when she does come back, people are going to want to hear what she has to say.
Yeah.
Same with Ed Sheeran. I don't know about actually BB Rexa writes bops, but it's just a different association. She's not in albums. She's a hit maker.
Right, she's a pop star.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say also is when you are off for that 18 months, you're not making money. You're actually making a ton of money. They have so many revenue streams that are built and put in place just to continually make money to sustain their lifestyle. And even songwriter credits. Ed Sheeran has written every song ever.
He's making money, but not as much as he's making when he's at
tour.
the peak of working.
Or when he's selling out enormous stadiums.
But also it's kind of weird because he just dropped an album.
What
Did
album?
He?
Oh, the collabs album?
Yeah. And then
I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah, you did with the Eminem song.
Oh, wait, actually that album was good.
Yeah.
But it's like he doesn't
that
even
song?
He doesn't need to tour that album because he would have to bring everyone out.
Right.
I guess,
That
but
Camila
it's just, like,
Cabello
random.
song. She's got the brown eyes, caramel eyes. That song's about
And
me.
Beautiful People, I don't care.
Also, the 50 Cent one's pretty good.
I love that one.
How does it go?
It's like...
Boom, boom. How does it go?
I just, like, it's not a song I think I can sing. I'm just...
I know, but it's really bothering me. How does it go? What's it called?
Remember the name.
Okay. Well, can you look it up or something?
Yeah.
It's really bothering me. That album was good. I forgot, but that's not like a real album. I thought it was like a fun project he wanted to do because he wanted to like make a song with Chris Stapleton. So he just like needed an excuse.
That song's
Yeah.
insane, Blow.
I don't like it.
They're just
No,
screaming.
an Ed Sheeran song has to play on the radio 100 times for me to give a shit about it. I don't know why. I'm not like running
Who did
to
I
see
go
what
to
he
the
does
Ed
next.
Sheeran tour with?
Me.
Honestly, it wasn't good.
Oh, you know it ain't my time to call it a day. I wanna crack on and I wanna be paid, but
Yeah,
it's
it's a good song.
time you remember the name.
You know who I'm loving though? The new Ed Sheeran on the scene, Louis Capaldi.
I love
He
Louis
plays
Capaldi.
literally in every fucking restaurant in Bodega that I'm ever in, and I think to myself, I'm like, this is
My
good.
whole Shazam is filled with Louis Capaldi and like the same song. So I'm like, I like this song. What is it?
Does anyone else associate Louis Capaldi with the Jonas Brothers for some reason?
No,
I think they're friends with him.
I don't know, but he's really good. I don't know what he looks like. I just
Me neither.
have him on my Shazam.
He gives me like, what's that song that when we were kids? Oh my god, fuck. You're beautiful.
James Blunt?
He gives me James Blunt vibes.
Yeah.
But like less weird.
No, but like James Blunt just like was a one-hit wonder. Let's see about Louis Capaldi.
You know who is the definition of a one-hit wonder?
There's so many, but
No, but like, I feel like when they teach a one-hit wonder in music school, they should use Daniel Powder as an example.
Totally.
Yeah. Because he like not only did he literally have one fucking hit, it was really a hit. Like to this day, there are some emotions that can only be, personified through that song. Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
yeah. But now we have now the two-hit wonder is a thing with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, that's so true. No, he's not a two-hit wonder. He's a twice one-hit wonder.
It's true. Or
There's
two.
a difference.
No,
Yeah.
a two-hit wonder means you had two hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like,
twice
not-
one hit means Achy Breaky Heart was huge in the 80s, then it came back again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back at it again.
Yeah, you're right. He's so crazy.
trying
When
to
he gave
remember
his
what
speech at
that's
the VMAs, I just like kind of
The
love him.
shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, am I here?
She was just trying to think. It's
Okay.
hard for the Snatchler.
It is, but I think Billy Ray Cyrus is cute. When he took his hat off and thanked the Lord Jesus Christ at the VMAs, I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, and he had hat hair, so it was really brave.
I thought
Yeah, I
the
was
same
thinking
thing.
the same thing.
Okay.
You were thinking what? The same thing?
Next up, we have the CMA Award nominations. Very exciting. Here are the nominees for Album of the Year: Center Point Road, Thomas Rhett; Cry Pretty, Carrie Underwood; Dan and Shay by Dan and Shay; Desperate Man by Eric Church; Girl by Maren Morris. Ooh, it's a tough competition.
This is album of the year.
yeah.
Obviously, I want Maren Morris because that's the album that I listen to the most. I'm not really familiar with some of these
Can
albums.
you repeat, please?
Center Point Road.
Center Point
The
Road
Snitch
is
Loves.
very good. Very
Cry
good.
Pretty,
Very good.
really
Kingdom.
good, except for that one song.
That she made a single.
I like that song.
About
Get a little
sunburn?
southbound.
No.
I can't. Claudia.
Southbound. I love when I heard it on the radio. You both were like, "This fucking song! I can't believe she made it a single." I'm like in the car looking out the window, like this song fucking slaps. I like it, and like
It's just like not a song Carrie Underwood should be singing.
But she wants to go a little southbound.
It reminds me of just Leighton Eastern Country Strong.
Yes, how great is that?
Okay,
Yeah.
keep
Get
going.
a little southbound.
Dan and Shay by Dan and Shay.
Is that
I
the same
wish, but I just
album?
feel like they won't.
Is that like All Nighter? No, that's the next
Girl,
one.
I wanna be what
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, really good.
Wow,
album.
I remember listening to that album last summer when
That's
me
when
and
it
Devin
came
were in
out.
the Hamptons.
Yeah, but they're finally getting the respect. Desperate Man by Eric Church.
I haven't listened, but I trust
Girl
it.
by Maren Morris.
I'd be happy with Honestly Any.
Same.
I'm sorry, am I missing something? Where is Luke Combs' album? Or was
Oh,
last
my God,
year?
so true.
What album?
Oh, that's true.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
This one's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wouldn't be it.
But
You better be
let's-
nominated for
hopefully
something.
he's
Yes,
nominated.
musical event of the year. All My Favorite People, Maren Morris and Brothers Osborne.
Wait, by the way, I just need to say that song is a fucking banger.
Brand
Yeah.
New Man, Brooks and Dunn,
Oh.
Luke Combs. Dive Bar, Garth Brooks and Blake Shelton. Old Town Road, Lil Nas and Billy Ray Cyrus.
I don't think CMAs are going to give the respect to Lil Nas and Billy Ray.
I think they
really
should.
don't.
I think they might.
I'm just saying.
They think they totally should, and it's 2019. I think they might.
I feel all over the place when it comes to Lil Nas and the country world because I really see it as a great opportunity to like embrace this new like digital era and all that. But a lot of the singers who have been asked in interviews like how they feel about Old Town Road, they're like, we think it's so great, but like they're like poking fun at our lifestyle. You know,
Yeah.
like we do drink beer on tractors, like, and it's like making fun of us.
I guess, but like Lil Nas shows up to everything like as a cowboy. I think he really can he just like country culture?
I know.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not like a country person through and through, so I can't say if it's offensive, but I don't think it is.
I don't know either, but I'm just saying, like, Luke Combs said that, like it's funny, but like they're making fun of like what he does, like sit in a barn and drink some beer.
Yeah.
Interessant.
I see both sides.
Me too.
I hadn't thought of that.
I hope they embrace him though, because he's done wonders for
And
country music. Even though they did take it off the country charts, right?
No, they didn't.
Oh,
It's still
really?
there.
And
Yeah.
I think he
I thought
really
they changed
likes,
the genre of it.
They keep changing it, but right now it's country.
Okay.
I think he really likes his horse and like
Well,
going
we'll
to
be
the Old
there.
Town Road. We will be there. Okay, new artist of the year: Cody Johnson, Carly Parse, Midland, Ashley McBride, Morgan Wallen. Who now I wanted to give my vote to Carly Parse, but Morgan Wallen works with Diplo, and I love
True.
him.
And I do think Morgan Wallen will win.
I
I think
don't think
Carly
so.
Really?
No, I think Cody Johnson's gonna win.
Oh, he's like real country.
Yeah.
That's what,
Honestly, this category is pretty thin.
yeah, I thought the same thing.
These are all people who have been around for a
forever.
while.
Like, I was going to say Carly Parks. If she was ever going to win Best New Artist, I think it would have been last year.
No, but she's been a new artist for a long time. So
right. So no.
Yeah, the competition isn't stiff here.
No.
Entertainer of the year: Garth Brooks, Chris Stapleton, Keith Urban, Carrie Underwood, Eric Church. Fuck
Same
that.
every fucking year.
It's the
that.
same every fucking year, and I have to say, like, I do want some female representation, but I don't think Carrie Underwood was the Entertainer of the Year
No,
this
Casey
year.
Musgraves is the Entertainer of the Year. She's
I'm all-
headlining every single
Did
festival.
she get one nomination?
Not in this short
Ready?
list.
Here are some females that I think really could have been included in this category. Casey Musgraves, Kelsey Ballerini doesn't stop fucking working, and she
Sure.
represents country music in a very classy, beautiful way.
Beautiful.
Other
Luke
people,
Cole, I know he's.
I know so that's what I was going
He's
to
the
say.
entertainer. I mean,
He really
too.
is the entertainer of the
Actually,
year.
Casey Musgraves is the Entertainer of the Year in country music. Sorry, she won the Grammy. She's headlining festivals. She's crossing over like no other.
Lollapalooza,
Support our
Coachella.
girl.
I couldn't agree more.
They refuse to
She
support
headlines
her.
these festivals in Canada.
And she's out here like representing country music and like a new wave of like inclusive country music, LGBTQ rights for country music.
Yeah.
Not cool.
I
That's
totally
disappointing.
agree. The CMA like crew, like whoever, they're like such an old school boys club.
Nobody. I don't think anyone takes them seriously anymore because it's
I
just
think
like
they do.
they're jaded.
Not even Miranda Lambert's nominated.
Well, I'm not
okay with
upset
that.
about
But
it.
like, she's a staple. She's a Chris Stapleton. Okay, we have some more nominations. Single of the Year: Burning Man, Dierks Bentley, Brothers Osborne, Love.
Great song.
I
Girl,
love that
Maren
song.
Morris. God's Country, Blake Shelton. Millionaire, Chris Stapleton. I've never
never
heard
heard
of
That
it.
song is so old.
Speechless, Dan and Shay. So old.
I don't like that song, God's Country.
Oh, I love that song.
God's
Country.
No, it's like you.
I saw the light of it.
No, it's like I could have told you the tune before I heard the song.
No, it's
with
a
that-
take on an old song.
Yeah. Also, same with that song "Hell Right," which that doesn't make sense.
I love
to
that
me.
song.
Hell Right. Like that's what I knew it was going to be before I heard the song.
Did you hear about that new singer who sings the song Toast? Do you think she was nominated for anything?
I don't think she was because I think next year it'll be like her best new artist year.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming out with an album like people are saying. I don't know if it's true. It's just a rumor.
I don't think it's true.
But I don't. So maybe next year will be her year. But maybe she'll do like a little red carpet performance.
She must be so upset.
I hear she's going to be at the red carpet.
I
So
hear
she'll
that
probably
too.
do a performance.
I hear she's really upset she didn't get nominated.
Song of the Year: Beautiful Crazy, Luke Combs. Girl, Maren Morris. God's Country, Devin Dawson. Oh,
No.
He wrote
Blake
it.
Shelton.
Oh.
Rainbow, Shane McAnally and Casey Musgraves, and Tequila. Tequila was the song of last year. Move on.
Yeah.
Either Tequila, Rainbow, Beautiful Crazy. Beautiful Crazy is always on the radio when
Yeah.
I put it on.
I mean,
I just don't know what goes into them choosing. Like I feel like with the Grammys, I started to understand like a lot of it has to do with sales, and a lot of it has to do with the person and like their platform. I feel like I can always understand who wins the Grammy, but the CMAs, like I never really understand what the thought process is behind who they choose. You know?
yeah.
I think it's like a board.
I think so too.
Okay, female vocalist of the year: Kelsey Ballerini, Miranda Lambert, Maren Morris, Casey Musgraves, Carrie Underwood.
Casey Musgraves,
very fair,
but very
Casey
fair.
Musgraves. Male vocalist of the year: Dierks Bentley, Luke Combs, Thomas Rhett, Chris Stapleton, Keith Urban.
I need Luke Combs to get the
Combs.
respect that he deserves this year.
I know, but you know what?
I don't think it's his year. He's in between albums at this award show. Like the album comes out in November, then next year he
Right.
fucking sweeps. I would love for him to get the respect, but then that would mean that he can't sweep again next year. You know?
So
He'll
maybe not a
go
sweep.
home with something.
Maybe one. One.
Yeah. Vocal Group of the Year, Lady A, Little Big Town. So Claudia's going to vote for them. Midland, Old Dominion, Zach Brown Band.
Wow, so many
Zach
good
Brown
ones.
Band never gets
Wait, what about Rascal
nominated.
Flatts?
Justice for Rascal Flatts.
They're like
Well-
country, but like not.
But they haven't put out new music in a while. Zach Brown Band is putting out new music once
I know,
a
but
week.
the most recent Rascal Flatts album didn't come out so long ago, did it?
Like
No.
2017.
Yeah, I don't
2
understand
years
why
ago.
why they don't play Stagecoach. Like,
Oh my god, if fucking Rascal Flatts headline Stagecoach, I would need Molly.
no,
Yeah, I would die.
I would be on Molly without taking Molly. Like,
Yeah.
my head would just spin
Explode.
around my body.
I would die. Like, I would literally die. They're such like a weird, like, they're like Celine Dion, you know? They're like touring their greatest hits, but they keep coming out with new music.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
Like, some of their new songs are their best songs.
me too.
Back
Dance,
to Life.
Back to Life.
I don't like dance.
Here's to You.
Here's to
We're
You's
the
old.
girls
Here's to
in
You is the
brown
best
robe
Rascal Flatts song
singing.
ever. I feel like if you don't listen to country music, you literally have no idea what we've been talking about for the last 20
I know.
minutes.
No, but like we're always talking about the same stuff. Okay, next story. A bit of OC news that I found to be interesting because Gina Kirschenheiter's husband, ex, Matt, claims he lost his job over arrest and reveals her Real Housewives of Orange County salary.
Over her arrest or his arrest?
Her arrest.
Yes, I saw that she makes $68,000 a year from last season.
Oh, $63,000 by production and then $54.50 by NBC Universal. Which is, I don't understand. Matt Kirschenheiter claims that his strange wife Gina was paid $63,000 by production and $5,450 by NBC Universal for
Sorry,
season
wait.
13 of The Real
Is
Housewives.
season 13 the one we're currently watching or the last one?
I believe it's the one we're currently watching.
Okay.
Real Housewives of Orange County star Gina Kirschenheiter and her estranged husband, Matt, are still fighting over the terms of their divorce. Earlier this month, the former couple, who share sons Nicholas, Luca, as well as daughter Sienna, appeared to have come to a custody agreement, with Gina getting primary custody of their kids and nearly $10,000 in monthly support. But according to documents obtained by People, Matt claims that Gina is now the primary moneymaker, whereas he is currently unemployed and has no income. Representatives for both of the Kirschenheiters did not immediately respond to People's request for comment.
Literally, this family is like falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe she only made $70,000 from, what is it, like 18 episodes?
Yes, I was actually really curious what it would be because she's a second season, like it's not, but this is her job. So that's like getting $63,000 like as your annual income, which is pretty good for a year too.
I know, but like not for TV, because can you break it down by episode? Let's say there's 18 episodes and she's making $68,000 a year.
63.
No, but
The
plus
$5,000 from production sounds like it was reimbursements or something. Like,
divided
what
by
is that?
18. That's $3,700 an episode. I know that in the very beginning, the kids from Siesta Key were making like $5,000 an episode.
That
That's
makes
really
sense.
low for a second year.
I don't-
Like she could have
I'm ass-
negotiated that more.
Can we just double check that season 13 OC is this one?
Right, like what current season of OC are we in right now?
I just need to confirm. Season 13, episode, oh no, that's last season is season 13.
Oh, okay.
Great.
So I hope it's doubled at least.
Yeah, or at least
Even though I feel like maybe she signed like a 2-year contract where she like couldn't, like she would just be happy to get a second season.
I don't think Bravo would sign a 2-year contract on a new housewife who's kind of irrelevant.
No, but like in her contract for the first year it was like if we decide to keep you on, like you get the same payment. Like they're so cheap.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's possible. But they did say season 13. He could have said 2 seasons, 120,000.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I'm shook. I mean, that makes a lot more sense for being a first season, but like, so they have no income anymore. Like, they're just living off of her housewives' checks. That's bad. Like, that is what, when I read his books, he said, like, the housewives always, the worst part, and he said it happens a lot in OC, is the men stop working. Not that he decided to stop working, but like, in a lot of cases, like, the husbands stop working and they put all their eggs in the basket of like the housewives and them both becoming so famous. And then if they get fired or quit, like, their lives are in shambles. And he's had so many husbands call him, like, begging for their wives to get their jobs back. How sad is that?
That's really sad. But he's blaming his firing on her arrest, which I can't imagine is true.
Or I can't imagine is legal.
Also, I'm pretty sure the woman he had the affair with and is now dating was someone he was working with. So, like, maybe HR busted his ass.
Oh, that's true.
Don't blame it on Gina. She has enough going on.
No, she is
Like,
not okay.
I'm not, like, the biggest Gina stan, but back off.
Yeah, like just because
Get
you
off
got
her neck.
fired. By the way, they were divorced. So your ex-wife getting arrested should have no bearing on your career standing.
Especially because she's kept you anonymous for so long. So now, actually, you're in the press because of your court
By the way,
filing.
she's kept him anonymous, but her name is Gina Kirschenheiter and his name is Matt. Like, she didn't really keep his name anonymous.
No, but it's not like
We ever saw a picture of him.
we ever saw a picture of him, knew where he worked. He works somewhere in LA. Like, I don't think it was ever like his employer was getting calls or like he was getting stopped outside the office.
I have to say, of all the housewives I've seen come and go on the show, her like entry into the show has been such a fucking clusterfuck. Like
her and Emily both.
Between the casita and the divorce and now the affair, they just rolled in.
They just tumbled and they stumbled into the show.
They steamrolled in.
Yeah, and it's really weird because now it feels like Emily's going to get a divorce.
Emily is not in a good place, and I'm really sad that she's continuing to do the dance because he's obviously not into it.
No, she has to do the dance and get divorced. Otherwise,
she has to dance her way to the divorce.
Yeah, otherwise, it's weird.
Otherwise, like
she's dancing, her husband won't watch her dance, and she's going to like support him.
Yeah. I just feel like there's something they're not telling us when it comes to Emily because none of it's making any sense.
I just these two, I can't understand. It's like, it's problematic because when Shannon went through all of it, like we already loved Shannon and we wanted to see it through with her. But for someone to come in and only bring us negativity and pain, it's like, why am I have enough in my own life. Why would I watch you? I don't know you.
And the fact that Gina Kirschenheiter has never been to Rodeo Drive was like making me really sad because they took her to a boutique that they could film in, obviously. Like it was pathetic.
It was quite pathetic.
And did Shannon pay for her clothes?
I think so. I hope so.
When they showed Emily having a panic attack outside, I thought at first her panic attack was going to be about the fact that all the ladies are like loving Gina now, and Emily's never been like more on the outs, and like Gina was her one life raft. But then she just started having like a random panic attack about nothing.
About her life, like she just has so much going on, and what she won't say because if she does stay with her husband, like she's not gonna.
You can't recover from that.
You can't. So she won't say like I'm in a bad place with my husband. I'm just trying to stay afloat. But she's just saying, I'm just trying to stay afloat, as if she has so much going on. Her
life, like, makes me really sad.
But she has so much joy. Like, she has a family. She has like, she's always surrounded by, like,
love.
People. But I feel for her. I feel like she does have so much on her plate.
Yeah, I feel really bad for her. She makes me sad, and I feel like she has a lot of potential.
She's an attorney and a party planner.
I know, like, what a weird dichotomy.
Like, I feel like you could take one thing off your plate if you really wanted to.
Between the kids, the planning of the parties, the lawyering, like, one thing can go. And I think it should be the party planning. But what she says is, like, the party planning makes me happy.
It's her passion.
Right. It's really sad. Like, her life is so fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
And I think she has so much potential to be a fun housewife. Like, every now and then we get, like, small, like, glimpses into, like, her. She's actually a funny girl.
Yeah, and I think she has a great spirit.
Me too, but
and
it's
the fact
constantly
that she wants to do this dance and like that she like filmed that whole thing. And she
has good intentions. She's just always being like let down by like people around her.
Yeah, and then she's lashing out at the wrong person, Shannon Bedore.
The frozen fish.
Yeah, that was not cool.
Not cool, and like made virtually no sense.
Yeah, she knew it wasn't cool. Anyway, let's finish recapping OC now, and then we'll do the fifth story because it's kind of just a weather warning.
Honestly, nothing really happened. I feel like I was really confused by the entire thing because I just want to be clear that Tamara was the one who brought up the train.
Yeah.
And even though Bronwyn told Kelly, which was the right thing to do, Kelly brought her into this group.
But Bronwyn didn't tell her on camera. It never came up. Like, so I think she was fine.
Me too. Everyone acting like Bronwyn is the villain. No, Tamara, you brought it up.
Yeah, and now I understand why Kelly is so mad at Tamara. Tamara not only said the word train, she described it in the car. She kept on, and then she said this is about Shannon and Vicky. And I actually have to say the most innocent party here is Vicky.
Yeah.
All she said is I know things. That's a very vague threat that if no one said anything else, it would be like okay, like assume the worst about Kelly.
No,
whatever.
all the ladies like imploded when Vicky just said one thing that sounded like a threat, but it wasn't. Vicky didn't do anything right in this moment. I totally understand why Kelly's mad at Shannon.
Tamara.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I just love Shannon.
I love Shannon, and I love Tamara too, and I don't understand how she doesn't see that, like, this is all on her.
Yeah, no, and everyone, like, fake coming for Bronwyn was making absolutely no sense.
And then the second person who's totally out of line is Emily, bringing it up at the table when you were the only person who wasn't there. And it's like, she really just brought that up to be in the storyline this season, and it was so cheap.
It was so cheap. I feel so bad for Kelly. Like, I know Kelly's crazy, and the way that you felt about Shannon when she was going through her bad years and, like, always saw the good in her, like, I really do feel that way about Kelly. Like, do I think she, like, parties hard and, like, maybe had a threesome? Sure. Do I give a shit? No. Is it appropriate to be bringing it up on TV, like, when she's a kid and, like, she's probably having, like, a custody battle with her husband? No. It's not appropriate. Like, I don't care what goes on behind closed doors. And, like, the ladies of OC have really, like, lost their minds these past few years just bringing out, like, the craziest shit in the hopes of it saving their show and, like, making it interesting. And it's not working. No. And it's at Kelly Dodd's expense and it's at Jolie's expense. And I stand Kelly Dodd.
I completely agree. They're so below the belt. And it's also irrelevant. Say that it's true. And I don't even know that it is.
Say both things are true.
Say both things are true. Okay.
How does that have any bearing on Vicky being a bad friend?
Right. Also, like, the fact that this is just a rumor that they heard and they said it was a rumor, and now it's really like, just because you hear something, like, doesn't mean that it's true at all. Like,
at all.
And doesn't mean that it needs to be spoken about. Like, I don't understand. And typically where there's smoke, there's fire. But this isn't like a smoky situation. Like, we've heard that, like, a smoky situation would be like, we've heard that Kelly, like, likes trains on the reg. Not like, I heard that Kelly got trained once.
And you know what? Kelly's a fucking single woman. She's now famous. She wants to get trained. That's her business. As long as she doesn't have a sex tape, even if she does, I don't care.
Yeah, but I feel like people even talking about it, like, if she wants to do that, it's, like, so harmful because it's, like, there's no
proof that she did.
That this is something that happened, you know?
I forgot to put on my Kopari today. I smell.
Oh, good thing we have this table between us.
Because we've talked about our love of Kopari's aluminum-free coconut deodorant before. We wanted to let you guys know that they've got an amazing new scent called Driftwood, and it's the first charcoal deodorant from Kopari. Charcoal is like having a moment. Charcoal is like the Erica Jane of elements. Like, people are obsessed with it.
It's the kale of elements.
It like draws out toxins. So you've heard us talk about the original coconut deodorant, the beach and gardenia scents, and the fragrance-free version. But Kopari's new Driftwood scent smells like a sandalwood and cedarwood with middle notes of zesty clove. It's also made with activated charcoal, which works to draw out sweat and toxins and absorb odor-causing bacteria, exactly what you want in a deodorant. I'll admit I was apprehensive with like the whole aluminum-free organic deodorant, but ever since switching over to Kopari when they first started sponsoring the show, like almost a year ago, I can definitely say my BO has really gone down in its strength and its smell. I love the smell of the aluminum deodorants. I love the feel of it. It's not sticky and it doesn't leave residue on my clothing, and I just feel as though I'm a much better person now having used aluminum deodorant. That's like the first thing. I feel like Kourtney Kardashian. The first thing in moving forward to like being a more wholesome, better person, you know?
Yeah. No, and it's so close to your breast. You don't want those chemicals.
Right. So instead of GMOs, baking soda, parabens, Kopari deodorant keeps you fresh with plant-based actives like sage oil and coconut oil. It's great if you've got sensitive skin and if you don't just want a bunch of questionable ingredients in your body. Best of all, you never have to worry about running out of deodorant because you can get Kopari automatically shipped to you as often as you choose for free. Plus, Kopari offers a money-back guarantee. Go to koparibeauty.com/toast to save $5 off your first deodorant order when you subscribe. That's Kopari, Kopari, beauty.com/toast, koparibeauty.com/toast for $5 off your first deodorant order when you subscribe. Sign on, smell amazing.
Totally. Okay, fifth and final story, just a little weather news.
Ooh.
All eyes on Dorian as tropical storm barrels toward Puerto Rico. So it is It's hurricane season.
And Bethany is busy because Bethany said she was going to send a plane to the Amazon. So like, this is a crisis and her eyes are over there. And if Puerto Rico, I don't know if she can handle it.
I know. Well, just a little weather warning for everyone. After impacting the Lesser Antilles on Tuesday, Tropical Storm Dorian began to unleash heavy rain and strong winds across Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands on Wednesday. I wonder if that includes Jeffrey Epstein's island.
I hope so.
Burn it to the ground after they get all the evidence. As of early Wednesday, Dorian's maximum sustained winds were 60 miles per hour as it tracked northwest at 13 miles per hour, about 85 miles from St. Croix, where LaCroix comes from. Tropical storm force winds extend outward about 60 miles from the center of the storm, and additional strengthening is likely in the coming days as it pulls away from the Caribbean. So to all of our toasters in the Caribbean, please be safe this weekend.
Yeah, I hope our Caribbean toasters are boarded up.
Yeah, our Puerto Rican toasters.
Oh my God.
Just...
Is it hurricane season again?
It is August, end of August.
It's just like, it comes back every year, you know?
Yeah, it feels annual.
I hope Bethany is, preparing properly. With that guy who Dorinda cussed out in Miami.
Right.
That was still, like, to this day, one of the craziest scenes of television ever. Like, the disrespect and the level of alcoholism was really problematic.
I completely agree.
I hope Dorinda has, like... You know when you think of a moment in your life when you were in like a real low and you think of it and like you cringe and like you want to get that moment out of your head?
Yeah.
I hope Dorinda feels that way about that moment because I feel that way about it for her. But I'm afraid that she doesn't.
I don't know. And now that Bethany's gone, I've been thinking about Bethany's
absence,
departure, and I feel like she's really the one that holds him accountable and just like holds him to a higher standard
and makes him live in reality.
And I think that that's all going to be out the window. Like Luann has no one to answer to now.
I know, and I'm deeply afraid. I've been thinking about it a lot as well, and I'm very upset and scared.
Agreed.
Should we jump into Dear Toasters?
We should.
So
People need advice. We've got some to go out.
Dear Toasters is our advice segment. You can email us at deartoasters@gmail.com. We do it all anonymously. The weirder, the better. We get some crazy ones, like if your boyfriend is donating to a sperm bank. How do you feel about that? Deartoasters@gmail.com. Anything from work to brides to family stuff. We answer it all. So let's dive right in. Dear Toasters, anonymous. Here's the background. I'm 22 and my oldest sister's 29 and expecting her first baby in December. They want the baby's gender to be a surprise at birth. Okay, so a while ago, before she was pregnant, I reluctantly shared with my family what I want my future girl name, baby name to be. When I said the name, my oldest sister said, "Oh, I like that name." She never mentioned it before that ever. About a month ago, my middle sister told me that our oldest sister's top girl name choice is the name I told my family that I loved. I was so upset because even though I'm not having a baby anytime soon, this meant that I wouldn't be able to pick the name I've thought about for so long. I let it settle for a few weeks, and this week my brother-in-law told my mom and all of his family that it's their top girl name. It seems like everyone else is being told about this except for me. At this point, I'm more upset about the principle of her using it and keeping it from me when she knows it would bother me more than the name itself. Am I being petty to say to her that it bothers me? I'm afraid she'll act like the woman in Sex and the City did to Charlotte and act like she didn't know. I would never ever ask her not to pick it because I understand she is having the baby, not me. But I know if the roles were reversed, it would be the end of the world. Please help with what I should do before she gives birth. LOL. Love you girls. Stay toasty. Oh my, this is literally an episode.
This is so hard.
Of course you have to, she's saying, like, honestly, the fact that she's taking it isn't what bothering me. It's like she's telling everyone, and I'm hearing it from, like, a bunch of people on the perimeter, but no one has told me. This is reminding me, like, when that girl stole my wedding venue. Do you remember?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll tell you after, because I don't want to say. But, like, literally.
But that's not a big. Two people can get married at the same venue. When you have two cousins but you both want to name them, that's permanent shit. Like, honestly, that's not the same.
No, but it was
thing.
just similar, like. Okay, I didn't end up getting married there. Like, one, because I didn't want to go to a wedding a month before mine, like, at the place. And two, I went and I just, like, didn't like it. But it was, like, it was my goal. It was my dream venue forever. Like,
now I remember.
And just, like, the way that she told me was, like, it wasn't about the action. It's always about the delivery. Like, the way that she told me was just, like, so shady. She's like, yeah, we're, like, doing it there.
There's only,
what?
like, 10 venues in New York. Like, there's infinite names.
Yeah, for sure. But mine was different. Like, that's why. If I said I was getting married at the Plaza, like, okay, everyone, like, that's not special. Mine was different. It was in, the place that I went to was in the outer boroughs. I hadn't ever heard of anyone getting married there, and I'd been talking about it for years. Like, mine was unique. So that theory doesn't apply.
Well,
I just want to say.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking
I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing. And
no, it's not, but it just reminds me.
Okay. Well, when it comes to this name, I really don't know how to guide you because on the one hand, like, I feel you, and that's plagiarism, name plagiarism. But on the other hand, like, you're not having a baby, and it doesn't sound like you have one, like, coming down
in the
pipe.
pipeline,
like,
yeah.
The person who's having the baby gets to name their baby first, and, like, maybe if you were, like, also pregnant, you could, like, you could start getting some embroidered shit, and, like, you could win the name, but, like, she's having the baby first. Like, she gets the name.
Okay, but her problem isn't that she stole the name. It's that, like, no one's telling her about it. And it doesn't make her look petty if she says, I'm mad that you didn't tell me.
Yeah, because I hate when people say that, too. It's not about what you did. It's the delivery. It's like, fuck that. It's what you did.
Right.
Even if you delivered it another way, I would say, I wish you had delivered it this way.
Right.
No one, I literally hate that excuse so much. It's like, I just wish you told me sooner, or you said it this way. Like, I'm not a puppet. You didn't write me a script. I said it the way that I said it. So she's upset about the name. If the woman told her personally, that wouldn't make her not upset.
In the words of Nene Leakes, I said what I said.
She would say, oh, you know what, I'm upset that you're telling me now, that you didn't tell me sooner. It's always something else. So, like, that is a horseshit excuse.
That's why you don't tell people your baby names.
Yeah. Agreed, but I think just across the board, I'm sick of people saying that. I just wish you said it like this.
Yeah.
So then...
Don't tell me how to say.
Write me a script next time.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. If you want to talk to people who talk like you, just... talk to yourself.
That's so true. You cannot say baby names anymore. Like, in this day and age, ever since that episode of Sex and the City, you cannot say your baby names out loud.
Yeah.
Only silly girls do that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you are not Jewish, you could both name your kid it.
Well, yeah, then it's just confusing, like, if the cousins are both named Sandra.
I guess you guys can't hang out anymore.
So sad.
I think you have to get, like...
A new sister.
No, you just have to get over the name and maybe tell us the name so we can tell you that it sucks.
Yeah.
You know, what if it's not even a good name?
Shayla wasn't even a good name.
Terrible. Agreed.
In Sex and the City.
I agree.
Okay, next, Dear Toasters. Dear Claudia and Jackie, daily listener, constant Insta stalker, can't get enough toasty content.
Thank you.
I hope this question isn't too personal for you guys. I lost my dad 2.5 years ago after he battled with an autoimmune disease. I'm getting married in a few months and I've been avoiding thinking about how to address those dad-daughter moments at the wedding. I know you both lost your dad before your wedding, so I'm wondering, who walked you guys down the aisle? Did your husbands still dance with their moms even though you didn't do a dad-daughter dance? Any advice would be much appreciated. Is there any other moments that I'm missing? This is such a good call.
That's so sweet.
But I also didn't realize they make it a lot easier in Jewish weddings because in any Jewish wedding I've ever been to, both the mom and the dad walk the kid down the aisle. So we walked down with our mom, which didn't seem like so crazy because I've seen many moms walk down the aisle like with.
Yeah.
But in non-Jewish weddings, it's always the dad. Like you always have a father figure, so it feels like more of an absence there.
Yeah.
But I would say have your mom. I don't think it's weird. We're living in 2020, like gender roles. What is mom?
Yeah,
what is
look
dad?
at Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Actually, she walked herself.
walk yourself.
No, have your mom walk you back.
Have your mom,
that's so nice.
or if there's been someone in your life who was like filled the role of a father figure who would be like so honored. This is like the episode of Friends where Phoebe gets married, and Phoebe had a very untraditional childhood, and Chandler walked her down the aisle, and Joey, and they were all just so honored when she asked. Like, there are people in your life who helped you grow, and if you want to like be traditional, have a man do it, I think you can find someone there, or just walk it by yourself, and like you could have a chair in the front row that you leave open. That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. There's a few things that you could do. Our husbands still dance with their moms.
Right, like why should, just because our dad died, why should you be ruined of the tradition, you know?
And we danced with our mom. So that worked for us. And then I think there's a few nice ways that you can honor people. Like you can make a toast and like say in memory. I did a special cocktail, like that was our dad's favorite drink.
Oh, that's so cute,
and
yeah.
they called it the Big O, and it was like what he would have drank if he was there. There's a lot of ways you can get creative with it.
I was one of the lucky ones who got to use Daddy's talus in the chuppah, then I lost it afterwards, but I found it so Margot can have it, but I lost it during Jackie and Olivia's wedding, which is literally like my biggest guilty like conscience in the world. Like I want to kill my, like just kill me. So that was nice. I would love to hear like what your background is, you know, because we know Jewish traditions, but like if you're Greek Orthodox, you know, I could do some Googling, but I would need a little bit more insight into what type of ceremony you're having. Is it justice of the peace? Is it priest? Is it in a church?
No, but there's a bunch of like secular things. I feel like cute Pinteresty things. Like
yes, I've actually seen a girl that I know. She had like a really cute embroidering in her underdress, like not in her actual dress, like in her tulle. She had like a bracha. I thought it was really cool.
I don't know, in the dress of the father. I don't know.
No, it was for a friend.
Oh, for a friend is sweet.
And it was like it was really cool. I liked it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways. Yeah, honestly, also this is where Pinterest. This is what Pinterest was made for.
Yeah.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like I couldn't even think of the things people on Pinterest do.
Totally. I didn't even look there because I knew what I wanted to do, but you could do like a giveaway. Like at one point I wanted to do, but because we're in the city, it like made no sense. Like our dad loves cigars, so if you gave away cigars with like a little custom, the thing that goes around them.
Yeah.
But then like where would people smoke them in the city? Nowhere. But if you're doing an outdoor wedding, that could be really cool.
Also, I've seen people have like pictures, like a table of pictures in the entry, like of all the people who couldn't be there. You know, like
That's
grandparents.
Sweet. Oh, and then you put in the program.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too. Also, include his name on the invitation. In
Yes.
Judaism, like you do it with a little
Zichron Levacha, like
next to it.
letters.
That's like in like their memory, but you could do that in English as well.
Like I said, I just need some more info on your background. Maybe you're 23 and me, and then I could give you some suggestions. All right, our final Dear Toasters. I'm literally, by the way, I should let everyone know that the Dear Toaster segment is brought to you by BioClarity, which is an amazing green, healthy skincare brand that I found out from Snitch because she's constantly influencing me. She was doing a face mask and it was like duty green, and I'm like, why is it duty green? And she said, because there's no fucking parabens in it, and this is what face masks should look like. BioClarity is a clean and green skincare brand that has products that just work. Their routines were made up to help keep your skin looking young, healthy, and fresh using only natural and gentle products. So I got a bunch of the products after Margot suggested them to me, and then they started sponsoring the toast, which just made it a lot easier. And at first I was a little put off by the color, but then I'm like, wait, when a face mask is like, or a skin cream is white, why is it white? You know? Like it actually makes sense. It's plant-based, it looks green. Like it was really reassuring for me. So they have 2 routines to fit your skincare needs. The clear skin routine for combination oily or breakout prone skin, and they have the essentials routine for normal or dry skin. I think I have normal to dry skin.
I have essentials, yeah.
I get like patchy chin and nostril areas. It's really sexy. Their products are 100% vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, artificial fragrance-free, 100% risk-free money-back guarantee, so you can try it out if you like it. You can get healthier, more radiant skin by going to bioclarity.com. Right now, our listeners will give you 40% off skincare routines, plus an additional 15% off everything on their website. That's an incredible deal, but you need to enter our code TOAST at checkout. So go to bioclarity.com and get 40% off skincare routines, plus an additional 15% off everything on their website when you use our code TOAST at checkout. Thank you, Margot, for brightening my life, my skin, and my soul.
She's
welcome.
so influential.
That's what I'm here for.
Here is our third and final Dear Toasters. Again, if you want to participate in Dear Toasters, we always keep it anonymous. Email us at deartoasters@gmail.com. I am literally so obsessed with the morning toast, and I listen every day religiously on my way home from work, secretly wishing I was a boy with no job. I find great solace in listening to quite possibly the most relatable and duo ever, and I need your help.
Here we are.
I'm gay, and I just moved to a new city, and I'm finally ready to date someone like the yuppie I am aspiring to be. I've been seeing this guy for about 2 weeks, and he is truly a precious gem of a man. I mean, a premium boy. He's so kind and so sweet and so funny and so cute, and he likes being around me, so naturally I'm obsessed. I've told him multiple times he is major boyfriend material. The only thing that I have a notorious habit of being overly eager at the beginning of a relationship and coming on too strong and ultimately self-sabotaging and scaring the poor guy off. Taking things slow? I don't know her. I have an incredibly loyal and compulsive, some would say obsessive personality, but I truly think it makes me a better friend and hopefully a better boyfriend. I am the definition of a ride or die, and personally, I think it's my way of showing my love and appreciation for people in life. My question to you, dear toasters, is how can I express my desire to date this man long term without being perceived as psycho, aggressive, or crazy? We're getting dinner this week and I want to have a define the relationship talk, but I'm worried it might be too soon. He says emotional availability is sexy and that he enjoys straightforwardness, but would that be taking things too far too soon? All I really want is an open discussion about boundaries and the potential of exclusivity moving forward. I really like this guy and don't want to fuck it up. Please help. Sincerely, the self-saboteur. Can I just say, I really like that he sees the quality in himself of like being overeager as a positive, because I do too. This is like my cross to bear with Bachelor in Paradise. It's like, since when is just like wanting to be with one person and liking them and being upfront about it makes you crazy? I don't know. But that is the world that we live in, and I would suggest maybe waiting like a week or two, just because I don't think you're doing anything wrong, but the world that we live in perceives someone who's just ready to settle down and who's a nice guy. It perceives you as crazy. So if you want to avoid that, I might suggest just like waiting a week or two to have that conversation, because 2 weeks is kind of short. And I know that you see it as like you are ready, and I totally believe you. But the world that we live in makes these social constructs, and I would suggest waiting.
I agree with that, and I think you can't go wrong doing that. But I don't know how much of a difference 2 weeks is going to make if this person like is really so averse and is going to take it badly 2 weeks prior. They might not see the good quality in you 2 weeks later. And I also feel like this is such a wonderful quality in you that the right person is going to really appreciate it.
But he doesn't know if the guy is averse to it.
No, and there's a way to say it that's not like clingy and crazy, where it's just like, I'm not asking to be exclusive. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, where it's like, I really am enjoying hanging out. I can see things like going there with you one day. I just want to make sure you're open to that too. Like, you want to be in a relationship and you want to be exclusive down the line, not right now. Like, I think just getting on the same page.
Setting expectations
Is that's not crazy saying to someone after 2 weeks of dating, like, I just want to make sure with you that like you want to be in a relationship eventually.
But isn't the assumption that if you're going on dates with someone that the goal is a long-term relationship?
Look at Dean and Kaylin, no.
Right. That was so frustrating.
In this day and age when everyone's just hooking up, honestly, I sadly don't think you can assume that. And if he's writing in asking what to do, like, I think
he knows
that maybe, I mean, 2 weeks is super short, so maybe we are just hooking up and having fun. Mm-hmm. You know?
It also depends what you're doing. Like, if you're hooking up with someone and like you're only seeing them late at night, and then you think the end game is going to be a relationship, like, that's on you kind of. But if you're going out to dinner every night, going to the movies, like going on real dates, he walks you home, like
spending sober time together,
right, that is much more of like, you can assume a relationship is going to be down the line, but it really depends on what the activities are that you're participating in.
Yeah. And I think the way that you approach the conversation, like, don't be like, we need to have a discussion, but be talking about life, love, the pursuit of happiness, and then be like, what do you see for yourself? Like, are you looking to be in a relationship soon? Like, or is that something that you're interested in? So it's like not like you were premeditated, you know, it just happened to come up in conversation.
Can I just say, like, the more we do Dear Toasters and just like the more I give people dating advice, the more excited I am to be married.
No, I agree. And everyone's commenting, it is not the assumption that everyone is looking for a
relationship. I know, but you know, I refuse, like, I want to live in the Taylor Swift world where she wears high-waisted shorts and like lives in Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, whatever happened to just like dating for the sake of getting married? You know? That's like a... What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a rarity.
Anomaly.
Yeah. It just depends. It also depends how you meet. And I think there's a lot of different factors that have made that not so. Like social media, dating apps. I think alcohol is like at an all-time high. Don't you feel like people are just drinking more than ever these days?
Like 1000%. On a random, like at like 3 p.m.
But I don't know if it's always been that way, and now that we're adults, like I always think back to like when I was a child and there were events where like parents were like getting together and everyone was like drinking wine, but you just like, were they getting fucked up there too?
I think so, but you're talking about events, which I think drinking at a party has always been a thing, but now people just drink for The Bachelor. They drink for like everything, and I have to believe that it's at
an all-time high. I don't drink at home. I really don't. Unless I'm like having a dinner party. I've never like opened a glass of wine and drank it in bed before watching The Bachelor, or like made myself a shot of tequila. Like, I've just never done that, and I think it's like a bad habit.
Yeah. Well, for some people, that's what they enjoy. But I think even in TV shows now, it's like every time someone's at home, they have a large glass of wine. Like, I just think, and then when you are drinking more, like relationships are less
meaningful.
Less meaningful because like you can't be like drunk in a relationship forever. So at a certain point, people sober up and maybe you're not as interesting or they're not as interesting and maybe, they're not as pretty and it's just not all there. So I think between all of those things, it makes it harder to find like real relationships.
No, I do not envy you, Snitch. It's torture. So it's the fact that I have to blow my nose so bad and I'm trying so hard to keep it in.
Oh,
Well, we're going to wrap it up because that was Dear Toasters. Feel free to email us, deartoasters@gmail.com. I could use some more interesting Dear Toasters, like the girl with the beard. Whatever happened to her? Like, I just want to know, or the girl with the water bottles. I just want to know. Give me weirder ones. Those were good, but I could stand a little bit more of the weird and crazy. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Millennial Morning Show, The Morning Toast. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube and subscribe. We've just hit 44,000. We like gotta get to 100. So like tell your friend and like make if all the people who already subscribed to us could just make a second YouTube account, then we'd be like so much closer to 100. I would be super grateful.
Make a FooTube.
Yeah, if you're also listening to us on podcasts, we're available anywhere podcasts can be found. That's Spotify, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, like literally anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So feel free to leave a review there, 5-star, subscribe there. We're going to release an episode of The Snatchler today. The Snatchler is back on iTunes, so feel free to leave a review. Even if you already did, we did lose all of them, which was super sad. So we got about 1,000 back, which we're super appreciative of. The episode will be up in a few hours, and it's also available on Spotify. That has remained untouched. I think that's all the announcements for today. We will see you guys tomorrow for our final episode of the week because we are taking a long weekend for Labor Day weekend.
But then Friday there will be an episode up on Patreon, Toast Radio, which I'm so excited to record and put out. So you'll have episodes galore.
Galore.
Bye.
Bye.